I've been a teacher for almost 33 years, about 9 years in SRJKC Chongwa, and the rest of the years in SMK Subang Utama. It was never in my list of career path, but somehow or other I decided that I will take this path after much thought, much prayers, and I have no regrets.
He's a very, very understanding and caring teacher. He's one of the best teachers in SU that actually cares for each and every student's development.
Mr. Jacob is actually a really nice guy. He's one of the more caring teachers, in my opinion, and he's quite down to earth with you.
Yeah, he's very kind person, and he really actually helped me a lot.
I think he was very inspiring, very great. He always encourages, and he goes above and beyond for students.
I would really enjoy going to a classroom and just getting the language across to students. Here, the students are a little bit more versatile with the language. They could actually use English a little bit more, being in an urban area. We had to come up with ways that we would actually interact with students and get them attracted to the language or hear English language itself. And one of the things that we actually did with our end classes were that we would actually take them into the jungle and having an English lesson. And the students really enjoyed lessons there because weak students, when they go back after their experience, they could actually write something. So it was an awesome experience. Motivation was extremely low, and all of a sudden you see motivation goes really to another level altogether, and they're so motivated to do well.
So people normally know him as an English teacher, but to me he was my PJ teacher. And it was very different because for first time ever during PJ, normally we have just free time to do whatever we want, whether it's futsal or basketball. But in his class, he has warm-up session and he makes sure we learn a new sport each week. So for first time ever going to his class, I actually learned something every week from PJ.
Remember going to these classes in the beginning stages, and the students were like, oh, here comes this man who's going to teach us and he's going to be very strict with us. So when I start the class, some of them are not ready for the class. I have actually told the students, leave the classroom. And some students just stood up and they just walked out of the class. I was quite concerned because if they walk out, if anything happens to them or they misbehave, I'm responsible for them too. And I went around teaching. I was explaining to the students this whole thing about some activities that we were doing. Instead of looking out of the classroom, they started looking into the classroom, and they started seeing something else happening in the classroom. That everyone is actually attentive, everyone is like participating, and everyone is having a good time. Immediately after the lesson was over, I saw them all like coming into the staff room to see me. And then they asked me this question: Mr. Jacob, can we come back to your class? We are so sorry for what we have done. Not a problem at all. If you're ready, I will teach you. And please come back to the class. I'm more than happy to receive you in the classroom. So I will never forget that incident because for me, it was like, okay, something worked here. 5 years ago, I was given this responsibility to be the discipline teacher of the school. Now, it is just not the discipline teacher, but the head of discipline.
Has to put a front in front of regular students. And that front, it might be a bit terrifying for younger students. Even myself, as I was prepared, when I saw it, it was a tad bit terrifying. But it was his responsibility to keep the students in line and in check. So
I would actually spend more time with the students in the discipline room talking about what they are actually going through. And I realized that it actually helps.
Me, it was there was once we tried jumping over the gate. We had to stay back for the curriculum, so we was on Wednesday, and then yes, we just wanted to go out and have some lunch. So we jumped out the gate. When we jumped out, he wasn't there. So when we jumped back in, we got caught.
Yeah.
So
But he was quite, yeah, he
Yeah.
kind of let us go.
yeah, he kind of let us go.
Yeah.
He didn't make it into a big issue.
No matter the issues which any students bring up or any discipline matters, at the end of the day, he handles each and every problem that we have, like a father to a student or like a father to a son, father to a child dynamic.
I was studying in University of Malaya in that particular year. During my semester breaks, I would actually come over to Rumah Hope to teach. So as a volunteer, after quite a number of years, I was appointed as the secretary of the home. And after a few years as the secretary of the home, I got promoted as the chairman of the home. Area as the chairman of the home is to look into all the different areas of the home. But since my area is also, I'm being a teacher, is education of the children. So I look into getting the children somewhere in their education so that they will actually excel in their studies and be able to get a place in any of the colleges and universities. And we tell them that they can actually reach their dreams or reach their goals in life. I think I had very good memories of being in the school because they celebrated my 40th birthday, they celebrated my 50th birthday. They actually created a lot of surprises for me. So it has just been an awesome experience being in this school.
When I heard about it, I was quite surprised, and I'm looking forward to going to his retirement ceremony. So yeah, I'm hoping to see him again actually.
Yeah, for me, it was quite actually surprising. Actually, I thought like it was just like yesterday we were in school,
Yeah.
with him, and today he's already retiring.
I think, in fact, it would be a loss to school. To the school. Just the other day, I was speaking with him. He said, though it's tiring with all this different paperwork that he has to do, he's actually gaining his energy from the students, just how the class encourage or respond to him. That's where he gets his energy from.
So when I heard of this news, I was a bit, not to say disappointed, I was a bit sad because the man I know, his service in school that I've been growing up with in high school is coming to an end. So he will not be there anymore. So like the vibe of Mr. Jacob will not be there anymore. Although I know sometimes he will be in SU giving some contributions, but he won't be actively there. So I feel like a bit sad because a great high school is going to be losing a great teacher.
So Jacob, just want to thank you so much for everything that you've done, especially in my life. You've been such a great impact to many of us. And where I am today is mostly because of you as well. So really appreciate that.
Hi, Mr. Jacob. I hope you're doing well. Congratulations on your retirement, and I really hope that you enjoyed your remaining golden years. And I hope that your teaching experience has been a memorable one.
Mr. Jacob, thank you for your service in the education department, and especially to Subang Utama and its students. We will definitely miss you, Mr. Jacob.
Thank you very much for all the service that you've done. Not only for my batch, my previous batches and upcoming batches, they will definitely miss you.